What is going on, guys? Episode 16 of my lower league management series with Gainsborough Trinity in Football Manager 2018, and we are at the start of the third season now. New season and new division. Got our first promotion last season. After the first season, we were pretty good. Just to give you a bit of an update, we'll go into that now. Just to view our history, you can see there we finished 5th. We went very close for a promotion, then we just really dominated that next season. We scored 20 more goals and conceded 2 fewer goals, so that was good. And we'll go back into the transfers now. And if you missed the last episode, which was absolutely huge, great response from you guys as well. Like I said, I do want to at least be hitting that 100 likes, so I really appreciate that. And 1,000 views at least. You can see I'm at a state where I'm happy with that, which is pretty crazy. But yeah. If you could leave that support, I would greatly appreciate it. And because we'll get into the season now, no more like pre-season going through, because even this took so long, just continuing and stuff like that, making sure I made the best signings, and I'm still not even sure I did anyway, because because the problem is I've got money now, at least in the wage, a fair bit. But we'll talk about that a little bit. But anyway, guys, I will try and get a video out every single day. If you guys can do that, smash 100 likes on the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe as we're going up in the world in this series. But yeah, you know the deal with Mitchell Parker going to Hull. You saw all the negotiations there. Was really happy to get that deal. Let's see how he goes to Hull, though. His pre-season has looked alright, 7.3. So yeah, he's coming along nicely. And don't forget, we've got 50% of his next fee. So yeah, hopefully he does develop into a good player for that reason. Curtis Jones, St. Albans came through to make an offer. I just feel he wasn't good enough, but also, before we go into the moves we made, we'll just go into the release players. Charlie Gatter there, Julius Van Evans, Shane Clark. He didn't want a new contract anyway, so he just left himself, essentially. So, we'll go to all transfers. So, that's all going out, really. The big one, the Premier League, ex-Premier League player in Kevin Nolan. I've given him the number 4 as well, the number he had with Newcastle, with his former club. Technically, he used to play for Newcastle. He had a very good season. I remember that season in the Championship. He only played, 3? I know he's more seen as a Bolton player. That's where he made his name. He came through. But, yeah, I remember him playing for Newcastle. He was a good player. But, yeah, credit to the time he spent at Bolton as well. We can't forget that. And at West Ham, like all his time in the Premier League, he's been seen, like you see him, yeah, Kevin Nolan, a Premier League player. He played a lot of seasons in the Premier League. So, yeah, so he's 37 years old, physically very poor, we can't deny that, but then mentally very strong, and technically, again, for this league, he's pretty good in terms of technicals and mentals. For sure, he'll be a leader. He's got that leadership 14, which is pretty strong, teamwork 14 as well, and then determination 16. He may be a bit of a danger in terms of giving away cards. He's got 17, and yeah, then he has a chance to give those away, but so aggression can be good. But it was weird, he has 2 dribbling, so yeah, don't want him to dribble with the ball too much. Just hold on to possession and pass it off, essentially, if you're not going to take a shot. Because yeah, 2 dribbling is not that good for Kevin, but hey, that's not the best part of his game. I thought 2 is a bit low, but anyway, that obviously would decline as well from the start. Like I said, start of season 3 here. But next up, Rob Atkinson, who's probably our best upgrade in terms of the centre-back, or if you not really upgrade, who the best player we've got in. Ben Adamson is there as well, but at least experience. Again, looking back, we probably would say, like, Mitchell Parker obviously is still the better player, like, no doubts, but we still had to get a replacement. But this guy, Rob, he's very experienced, like I said, 32, he's got good teamwork, determination, and solid defensive attributes there, and like I said, his experience. We also got Charlie O'Keefe on loan from Stevenage. He played a few games in League 2 like last season, even the season before. he got a few, like a handful of appearances, but hopefully this season could be a good one where he's starting physically pretty strong, so he can play centre-back, can play left-back if needed as well. But Ben Adamson is decent. Again, younger player, 18, but I saw he had balance attributes for the important ones for a defender, for a centre-back. None of them are really too low. Got a lot of the 10s and 11s, and it's going to be pretty solid. If you go to the report, yeah, he's like equal with Rob Atkinson. So you're going to see those two being the partnership. Maybe we might need one more. We might need one more centre back, but obviously, yeah, we can sign other players throughout the season if we notice a weakness. But then Jack Hunter, who's on loan from my parent club in Peterborough, he's 21 years old. Just another central midfield type, more defensive guy. Could maybe play that ball-winning mid type. So yeah, I like the look of him though. Yeah, he's a good tackler. Again, his vision's not too bad, so he's still a decent enough passer. He can be a good player for us this season. But you see, we paid 19k for a player, because don't forget the money we came in to the club came into the club from Mitchell Parker. Obviously not all to the transfer budget and stuff like that. We only had 30% of the transfer revenue made available, which is not a major concern. I'm happy with it just being in the club, making that much. But it wasn't like a transfer offer. It was more compensation, because I could approach to sign him. I could just approach on his contract, which I did. But obviously, they were due that compensation, which is fair enough. I wasn't going to complain about that. But usually, I'd stray away from that in the lower leagues. I don't want to be spending money like that. But we kind of had it available. And honestly, I was finding it hard to get a quality striker. And if you go to the report, again, he would be the best striker in the team. And don't forget what Alex Simmons can do. I tried to get Andrea Borg, but yeah, he didn't want to join. Again, good players for you, they don't want to join. Same with Politic as well. He actually signed a new contract, so unless he's available for loan, we might as well check him out. He was a very good player last season, and obviously he will only get better. And okay, he's loan listed now. He wasn't at the start of like the preseason when I was looking for players, he wasn't loan listed, and obviously I wouldn't make a transfer or couldn't make a transfer for him. So again, loan offer, we can put that in now, and I put can be recalled. I'll just take that off, and loan cannot be terminated. Yeah, I wouldn't terminate it anyway, so yeah, I just leave that in. I don't really change that. Yeah, so hopefully we can sign. No, that's pretty cool, because I didn't see that before. So that's all good. And yeah, so Mason Bloomfield, again, he's pretty good physically. His lowest attribute is 10 for 3 of them there, and the rest 11, so not too bad. Mentally pretty well-rounded. He's that well-rounded type I talk about when I say a player is well-rounded. So with him, combining with Simmons, I think, yeah, we can get goals this season for sure. Bakayoko, I think we had to bring in a left-back. We couldn't renew the loan of the guy we had last year, but it's still not a bad player. Yeah, if we go to Peterborough, if we go to the first name, yeah, Freestone. Yeah, Freestone, he was good. We made a loan offer, but he didn't want to join again for whatever reason. That's fair enough, but we get, hey, a fresh name. He's experienced, 32 years old, and if you go to his history, he comes off playing the League 2 last season. Keep in mind, not too many matches, but a league above still, so I think he's good enough for this level, at the very least. Then we did bring in another goalkeeper, Callum Kitcher, I think that's how you say his name, and it's going to be a battle between he and Paul Tyson. Paul Tyson, well, judging off the report, slightly better. He's got great aerial reach, but I like some of Callum's, his attributes. It doesn't look too bad, so he may get a gig. We'll just have to see. So that is basically going to be it. I haven't set... We'll go to the inbox just to show you again the expectations overview. It's fight bravely against relegation. FA Cup, build base, FA Trophy. We'll have to see how we go there. And you see, we still got just over 9k in the available wage budget if we're going to use that. But yeah, ready for the season, essentially. But what I was going to say is that... See, Jack Hunter's actually our best player, or key player. If we go to general... Our media prediction is 24th. We're expected to come last. I don't believe that will happen. Like teams we played in the Cup last season that were in this division, that were in the National League, we actually did pretty well. So I think we could at least get a safe mid-table position. Maybe that could be the way we go. the first season in a new division, we consolidate, if you could say, because last season was my first one of this save, and then the second season we push for promotion. I think that's fairly balanced, and I say realistic, but you'll still do a very good job if that's the case sometimes. But then when you get to League 2 and League 1, it's definitely harder to get, and then when you look to get Championship, you need to improve your team, for sure. We'll probably need a few more young player sales. That we need some players with good potential coming through, that's for sure. I don't think I quite sign one, though, this time that would be that high in their potential. Someone like a Ben Adamson, I just don't... Yeah, I don't think he'll have that same potential. But... as a Mitchell Parker. But, hey, maybe he can be one that we can more realistically hold on to. His potential may be League 2 or a dominant player in this league, so we'll see how we have to go there. But what I was going to do, I was going to go into the tactics. We still got the set piece takers. We don't actually have that. We sold all the... we don't have an amazing corner taker, but hey, Kevin Nolan, his experience, and we'll bring him across to the right side, and then Catton, I think, pretty solid there. And then if we go to the free kick takers, Kevin Nolan, he'll go on top there of Sam Foster. For both of those, for directs, you can do. I'll sort the rest out. But yeah, Tom Davey, you'll be left back. We will select Bakayoko there as well. He can come in for the long. Well, we don't really do long throw-ins, so it kind of doesn't really matter. You just don't want. It's best for the fullbacks to do these, essentially. So. Who do we have at the right back again? Oh yeah, see, we're going to be playing Stefan Owen, who's the young player for us. Like Josh Lacey, maybe that's a position we could look to sign another player in. Josh Lacey, I don't think he's good enough to compete in this division, but Stefan Owen shown some showed some positive signs. It looks to have good potential as well. These guys with good potential in the team, I would love to hold on to, but then like the Mitchell Parker situation, when that offer comes in, it really it makes you excited, and because the money, like getting more money like that, like selling a player over $1 million, like that's really good for these lower leagues. So, and then see our captains, Paul Tyson, James Catton, and maybe we'll leave Kevin Nolan as the backup there as the third name we have. So the team is looking good because we have no players that are missing, no suspensions, and Mitchell Parker, don't forget, he got a red card on the last match, so he was actually suspended for his first league game coming up. So yeah, this is the team we'll select. So Mason Bloomfield is going to be getting a debut here. Kevin Nolan getting a debut. Bakayoko, Rob Atkinson, Ben Adamson. So yeah, quite a few new names, which is generally the case in the lower leagues. Even like Josh Nicholson missing out, Sam Foster, a couple young lads. Even Jack Hunter, it found really hard because then Sam Chaney as well. See, without any injuries, like players not missing like that, not being able to select them. That is not the case. So that will come throughout the season, I'm pretty sure. So let's just get into this match now, and hopefully we can kick it off with a win. Bromley. Bromley is one of those teams in lower league. They're always a tricky team for me to come up against, but let's see. Their media prediction 19th, but yeah, Bromley, just in previous saves I've done, they've been pretty good. Like a good team, like when we come up against them, they've been a hard one to beat, but it could be a different situation here. So Politic looks like he's going to join, so another central midfielder, good to have him back as well. Just Kevin Nolan, like I'm expecting big things, like with his experience and still technical quality and his mental quality. Mental quality sounds a bit weird to say, but just, yeah, that comes with the experience. So his technical quality and his experience here should be too good, and for this division, hopefully we'll see that anyway. But I think Simmons and Bloomfield together will get goals. We'll get goals from them. Hopefully the defense can step up, and we're still on that standard. Like we've got those wingers there, but still standard. It's a good balance in between our attack and everything like that. So hey, new division. We're going to see how we go, and then we can analyze that again. But let me know your predictions where we're going to finish for the season. I just think we'll do okay. We'll win our fair share of games, like I said, coming off last season. And this season, I had to make the squad numbers. Like I said, you had to choose squad numbers. So I gave Kevin Nolan his number 4. So hopefully he does well. So why do I want to click? I was going to click on his profile. He's a new. That means he's a new transfer. Those signs. So either way, let's just get into this right now. I'm really excited because we're still playing. We still got because we got the youth. We still got the youth. Don't forget, Jordan Richards is still young. I'm just gonna say, let's do it for the fans. Give them something to cheer today. Like, hey, it's the first game of a new year, new season, new division, all of that. There's a lot more to come from you. Let's say that. But yeah, Jordan. Okay, we can't click on him right now. Let's just go to Gainsborough for a second. And don't forget another young guy we signed, Emeka Afolabi. He was a free transfer we made, and he eventually joined us because he had to wait till he was 18, and he's got that bit of potential as well. He's Nigerian and English. He's already had under 20 cap for him to his name, so that's pretty good. We'll be interested to see what his potential, but he's just sitting in the under 18s right now. We gave him a new contract as well because other teams are actually making a bid. It was like a team from League One or something like that. Does there still show no more interest? But anyway, if we go back to the team, we go to the squad, and we'll go on to Jordan Richards. He can play right back as well, so maybe he could deputise right back. Well, yeah, or maybe he can just be the right back for us. Even if he's not natural, he would be, like, he's our best rated right back, actually, if we talk about that. It really depends on Stefan Owen and his progression. But let's head on to the kickoff right now. We're playing at home, Bromley. It's an interesting one. You saw Bromley, their media prediction is 19th, but they've normally been a hard team for me to come up against in my lower league saves. And I saw you guys comment, like you guys who watch my older ones. Oh, how about that? Okay, it's 11 minutes in. I felt like it was in the first minute, but yeah, set piece. We had no time to work on defending set pieces, to be honest. At the start of the season, that's not when you work on that. Normally you work on try and get the team cohesion correct and everything like that, and the match tactics. But yeah, that's always it's like, but they've got another one here. No, I hate it. Let me know, do you guys work on the defending set pieces before, like, the start of a new season? Like, it's not something right away. It's something when you know it. It's probably what I'm going to do next up. But not the greatest start here. I know, yeah, this is going to be a tough season. That is for sure. And what I did want to say is we have a lot of money now, like, compared to how much we had because of the sale, but it doesn't mean better players are going to want to join us. That's the thing. It's really hard. But anyway, Simmons, come on, can we get the goal back? He has to score there, Alex Simmons. So there's been 3 goals in basically around the first 30 minutes of this match. So I see it as high scoring game. So let's analyse how we did this well. It was Kevin Nolan going short to King, who I did keep, was considering, well, yeah, it's a good reason to keep him there. He shows that good ball over the top. So yeah, not giving up completely, but 2 goals from corners. I'm definitely going to work on. Oh, did you see that pass? I think they had a bit of a curve on it. Can we get an equaliser? My God, it wasn't a bad effort. But yeah, 2 goals from corners. Hey, yeah, like I said, definitely that's going to lead us to working on defending set pieces for a bit. Not something I intend to do in the pre-season exactly, but hey, we're into the season now, so yeah, that's when I generally get to it, when we see some poor defensive play in the set pieces, especially the corners. They're always tough. So we've scored the only goal in open play in this match. We'll take the positive from that. It's like we sort the defensive side out, or the defending set pieces stuff. You always see they're ones you should be able to defend, and you can rectify throughout the season for like regular defending set pieces. But they're getting the balls over the top here. Tyson makes a good save, and again, maybe you think the other keeper we sign is slightly better in terms of his attributes. Let me know if we should find one guy we start regularly, or yeah, we switch it up. Let me know. I'd prefer to keep one guy in, but I thought, yeah, it's best to have a backup there, Kitcher, because he's got some nice attributes. But it's half time right now, so we just continue. No, it didn't come up. We're going to the dressing room right now and say, though, assertively, expect to see much better, but we're still very much in this game to get something from it. It hasn't been, like, gameplay-wise in general, it hasn't been bad. It was just those couple corners, so hey, rectify that, as I mentioned already. Yeah, work on defending set pieces for a bit. We signed new defenders as well, so, and then Owen is inexperienced there, so they're going to need that time to get used to each other, get their positioning all right. So we'll be all right. That's something, yeah, that's fixable for sure. So here, Sam Chaney, I reckon we're going to bring on. Kevin Nolan, he did need that match fitness, so we'll give that to him, give him some time, and yeah, hopefully it'll be all right. We can't expect too much from him because of his age, that is for sure. Worsfold, I'm going to bring on here for King, actually. Just another goal-scoring type he is. We'll put him on attack, though, and the same with James Catton. He scored some goals. He didn't score a lot of goals, but he scored some important ones from my memory last season. So we're going to go attacking now. We're going to switch to the counter one. I think I took it off once here, but not on the official tactics. But I don't utilize that anymore, so might as well. And we'll go a bit more direct here, higher tempo. Actually, we'll push up. We'll push up. We'll go route one. What else? We'll pump the ball into the box. Yeah, that's what was on my mind. Defensive line. Yeah, let's leave that on normal. What are we going to do? What are we going to do now? Yeah, we'll pump the ball into the box. I'm just wondering anything else. No. No is the answer there. So we'll make that change, and we will see. Let's just try and say, well, even if we score, we'll see what happens with it. Either way, we're going to say push forward. So I wanted to do that as well. As I was alluding to, that's why I said push forward before. But we have to do that with the shout. So, come on, Owen. I do think Owen can be a very good defender for us. Just give him that match time. So now Simmons whips it in. We're going to get that goal back. We come from 2-0 down. And again, look, I'm going to be a bit disappointed if we don't go on to win this. Like, those 2 goals from corners. Just one match. It's just the first game of the season. Hey, we can still win if we push on. We've got momentum now, and the combination, it's the same. Whoever's been our striker, whoever's been combining with Simmons in this save so far in this series, yeah, I think Bloomfield, yeah, he'll do the same job like Borg did last season. And don't forget, Worsfold, he's been here since the start as well, but we can play him out wide on the right, and that's going to be a penalty! Yes, it is! But you've got to finish. Oh, I didn't choose the pen takers, but where's Simmons? Yeah, I'm happy enough to leave him there as the pen taker. So let's see if he can do it once more and finish. I don't need to change it. You know, Alex Simmons, he is very confident. I'm confident in him from the spot. And we've come back from 2-0 down. But once again, they haven't scored a goal in open play in this match. I don't need to talk about it anymore. I already have. But yeah, I'm very happy with our gameplay. Like, our style is looking good in this new division. So let's just see a chain. Oh, we don't really have a defensive midfielder on the subs bench. So we've got Tom Davey though. I think we're going to bring on Tom Davey for James Catton. So here we're just going to make a little change. Worsfold. Okay, he can actually play right midfield as well. So we just drop him back there, but not on attack. He's not going to play. He'll just play on support there, and then Davey can play. That's his best role. Interesting, because he's got defensive ability. He can even play left back. So I'm happy with that setup. We're just going to go back to, or not back to, go to defensive. I prefer that. Even when I still want to play a counter style. So what we're going to do here, we'll clear the ball to the flanks, just so you know what I do here if you don't know yet. If you haven't watched my videos, if the first one you're coming across, we'll waste time a little bit when we can. Defensive line, we're going to drop deeper, which is very important. And we will be more disciplined. We'll be more disciplined there. So, yeah, when I say I want to counter, I feel defensive is more better when it's just better because you're stronger defensively. I feel when you counter, you want to get men back, but the defensive setup is complete trash, if I'm honest. That's just how it feels. So, yeah, the other one we want to drop back is still be direct when we get the ball back, but yeah, leave that on normal. So yeah, just make sure we select the correct options for what we would like there. But yeah, the style I intend to go, I want to counter, but when I choose counter is not very good. So I put it on defensive, but kind of make my setup like we want to counter essentially. So we'll see how that's going to go for us. Well, they just take a shot from range there. And then of course, if we say tighten up from here, that should help us. Like now, heading to the last 5 minutes of the match, this will be a great comeback. Like many of you guys probably thought, yeah, we were like facing defeat there, but I didn't give up. Simmons through to Bloomfield. Finish it off, lad. What a debut for Mason Bloomfield. He scored a couple goals here. So what a game. What a game he's had. We've scored 4. Massive. Not the best first half, but then look at his pace. Look at his pace and that run. The run equally important. So, yeah, he scored a couple and how about Simmons? Like, they both come together, but he assisted the 2 other goals. Simmons is the GOAT. Like, he's our best player. Like, he's my favourite player in this save. He's been so good for us. He's going to be a hero of Gainsborough Trinity. That is for sure. Like, he's just been here for a few seasons, but look at those goals. Oh, he's increased the goals each season. I wonder if he'll do this again. But the good thing is, what I loved from him last season, he stepped up. He got 10 more assists than he did, and in two fewer games. So, yeah, he is just, I love him, and he is absolutely amazing. Like, I mean, there could not be another result off his performances, what he's done. And how about this second half here to make that comeback? For sure has been really impressive. See, Bromley, they only had 4 shots on target. They got, Chris Doyle was dangerous is he like really, he's not even tall, he's just your general type, but jumping reach 14, you're not bad for this division, sure, but yeah, that's something, like I said, that could be rectified. On another day, this could have been a 4-0 match for sure, but maybe I couldn't have went in like I did with the team talk at halftime, a bit more aggressively. Well, I said it assertively, but you know what I mean, in terms of, you need to improve. If we were winning, I couldn't really say that. I'm going to say, that was a fantastic comeback. So, morale-wise, that will boost it a little bit, because if you look at our pre-season performances, we didn't really analyse those too much. We just focused on the transfers. We were coming off that loss against Peterborough, but the other games were right. Peterborough was a better side, but to be fair, AFC Wimbledon, they're another League One side, and we're able to, that was probably our best, and that was our best win of the pre-season as well, for sure. So, yeah, Peterborough, they've got quality players compared to us. But ideally, I want to catch up to them, the division they're in, League One. Maybe sometime we can, but led by superb Simmons. How many times would have that been the case already? Played 7 key passes along with his goals as well. Just, absolutely class. He's got everything there. He's got the man of the match. His best passing completion as well. None of the midfielders, the striker, and he got 2 assists. He's just, you cannot feel anything but love for this lad. He is absolutely amazing for his performances. And Dennis Politic is going to be coming back. He's going to, the lads are going to reunite with him. So all is good right now. Mason Bloomfield, hopefully, will be looking like inspired signing. Got him on a couple years on his contract as well, opposed to just the one. I just thought, we'll definitely have him for the next season. But once more, I don't think we'll get promoted. Ooh, Salford haven't got promoted yet. It would be interesting if we get promoted before them, because they got the promotion in the previous season to National League. It'd be interesting if we get it before them. If we get into the football leagues before them, that's gonna be my motivation to do it. I don't know why I'm like creating this rivalry with Salford, but I want to do better than them in my save at least. So hopefully we can. I just didn't like them. In the first season. They were too good. But anyway, guys, like I said, if you can smash the 100 likes on this video, run it up to at least 1,000 views. So hopefully you enjoyed it. This is going to be a very good season. I'm really going to spur ourselves on to. I don't want to say promotion, but just for the rest of this save to keep on improving. That's the very least. Regardless if we get a promotion in the season or not, no, that doesn't matter. I want to see improvements each season. So far, we've done that. Are we going to do it this season? Well, we're going to find out. I think if we consolidate mid-table, but you'll see through our performances, that's for sure. I think, again, it will be another season with a good striker partnership in Alex Simmons and Mason Bloomfield. Going to be exciting to watch. If he can be decent defensively, hey, maybe we'll be a surprise packet this season. But guys, as I said, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on as well to make sure you're seeing this. That's very important. And I'll see you guys next time.